A lot of us are feeling fairly fearful, apprehensive, anxious, and worried at the moment. And that's understandable because we are dealing with unprecedented challenges in terms of our health, our jobs, our money, and uncertainty about the future. What I want to do today is to share with you a really useful meditation. It's a breath-based meditation which helps us calm our mind, calm our bodies, and come home to ourselves. A very famous psychiatrist, Dr. Viktor Frankl, who is also a Holocaust survivor, once said that even when everything else has been taken away from you, you still have choice and freedom in terms of your attitude. And we still have that freedom. We can choose how we are responding to what's going on in the world around us. The Dalai Lama himself often says pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. And what he means by that is that bad things are going to happen to us in our lives. We can't get away from it, but whether or not they continue to make us feel really bad, upset, apprehensive is up to us. It's not the coronavirus that's forcing us to be anxious and worried. We're doing that to ourselves by continuing to engage in negative cognition about it. Now, meditation is full of wonderful tools to help let go of negative cognition. And the one that I want to share with you today is really a very, very powerful, but quite a simple one. And that's why I want to start here. Part of the meditation is going to involve a visualization. And during the course of that, I'm going to ask you to think of those qualities of mind that you find really useful that you'd like to have more of, and those negative ones you'd like to let go of. So you might want to do a bit of homework before we dive into this. Think of all those qualities that would be helpful to you here and now. For example, would it be better if you felt more calm, more equanimity, more confidence, more resilience, more peace of mind? Whatever words resonate with you, think about those. And similarly, what negative things would you like to be free from? Are you feeling really anxious, really apprehensive, really worried? What words would evoke in you the negative things you'd like to be free of? It might be helpful now if you want to actually press a pause on this video and write a little list. It only has to be, say, 3 or 4 different words, things you want more of, things you want to be free from, and then press play again. So now that we're quite clear about what we want to be free from or what we want more of, I'd like to just talk you into a very gentle breathing meditation. We don't need to worry too much again about getting into a formal meditation posture. The most important, in fact, the only really important thing is to keep a nice straight back. You don't want to be overly stretched, but nor do you want to be slumped over. Just comfortably straight back. And if you're watching this in bed or wanting to do this while lying in bed, which is perfectly okay, you're welcome to do that. That's fine too. Just keep a nice straight spine. So now that we're in the ideal meditation posture from a physical perspective, I'd like you to please just take a few nice, really deep breaths, really inflate your lungs to the maximum. This is something we very rarely do because our breathing tends to be very shallow. Take a few really deep breaths and let go. And as you let go, try to let go physically and mentally. Give yourself freedom at this moment, here and now, not to have to think about all the normal rubbish that goes through your mind. You are giving yourself permission that for the next 10 minutes, you are free from all your normal thoughts. Everything that's happened to you in your entire life up till now is officially irrelevant for the next 10 minutes. And similarly, whatever awaits you or awaits us in 10 minutes, quarter of an hour's time, is also completely irrelevant. Doesn't matter. We've got no idea what the future holds, so let's not even give it a moment's thought. In fact, we'll be far better to come to whatever awaits us down the line if we do so from a place of calm, equanimity, benevolence, with a more panoramic view of reality. And it's also really important just to reflect when we begin any meditation with a sense of gratitude. How lucky am I to have this opportunity here and now to practice this wonderfully relaxing and very powerful and useful meditation. There are many, many people out there in the world who have no understanding at all that their happiness is actually an inside job. It's largely driven by our own mind, our attitudes, our thoughts. But not only do you understand this, you are actually, at this moment, taking steps to enhance your sense of well-being. How lucky are we? Sometimes we think our happiness awaits us in the future at some distant point, when this has happened, when that has happened, when coronavirus has come to an end, or whatever. Some people think nostalgically about the past and think, wasn't that wonderful when such and such happened? How happy we used to be. But the reality is that you can only actually feel happiness in this moment, here and now. And comfortably, as you either sit or lie down, there's no reason at all why you can't be completely and perfectly happy. How lucky am I to be able to embark on this truly transformative experience to shift both mind and body. And with the sense of gratitude and a sense of genuine interest and intrigue about what we're about to do next, I'd like you please to raise your right index finger and place it on your right nostril and inhale through your left nostril, really focusing on the inhalation. Once you've inhaled, switch your index finger to your left nostril and exhale through your right, focusing on the exhalation. I'd like you to please do that 3 times. That's in through the left, focusing on the sensation in the nostril, out through the right, focusing on the exhalation through the nostril. After doing that 3 times, we switch, placing the left index finger on the left nostril, inhaling through the right, exhaling through the left. You do that 3 times. And then once you've finished, you do an inhalation and exhalation through both nostrils 3 times. So that brings you to the 9-round breathing meditation. Now, there's no need to manipulate your breath in any way apart from what I've just shown you. Closing one nostril, closing the other. You continue to do this and really place your attention very, very firmly and very clearly and in a focused way at the sensation in the nostril as you inhale and exhale. Continue to do this for the next few moments. As you continue the meditation, your breath will quite naturally begin to slow. If you close your eyes already, that's fine. If you choose to keep your eyes open, that's also fine. Just place your gaze at an unfocused point somewhere ahead of you. Really place all your attention on the sensation in your nostril as you inhale and exhale. If you find your mind wandering, and our minds are very, very good at wandering, gently bring your thoughts, your concentration back to the sensation in your nostrils as you inhale and exhale. As we get further into the session, see if you can pay even closer attention to each single moment of each single breath. Notice the precise instant that every inhalation begins, how it builds, how it tapers, the gap between in-breath and out-breath, how every out-breath begins and builds and tapers. Usually a longer gap between out-breath and in-breath. Try and be as forensic, as detailed, as genuinely curious or softly fascinated by this process. You may just find that you notice something about your breathing in this session that you have never noticed before. I would now like you, please, with your next inhalation, to overlay this process with a visualization. With each in-breath, visualize that you are breathing in dazzling, radiant white light. This dazzling white light represents all those qualities that you would like more of. Qualities such as equanimity, peacefulness, confidence, resilience, benevolence, generosity, perhaps patience, whatever qualities that you would benefit from having a lot more of. Visualize with every breath that you take, Every breath of this dazzling, radiant white light, you're drinking them in more and more. Conversely, with every exhalation, visualize that you're breathing out a dark or smoke-like light. These represent, or this light represents, all the negativities from which you wish to be free. Anxiety, neediness, stress, worry, maybe a grasping attitude, a sense of panic. Whatever words resonate for you, whatever qualities you feel would be helpful to be free from, get rid of it with every out-breath that you exhale. Be free from this negativity and breathing all the good stuff. Transform every breath that you take in and every breath that you give out into this amazingly powerful and transformative holistic experience as you continue the 9-round cycle. We have just 1 minute left of this session. As much as possible for these precious remaining 60 seconds, try to give your undivided attention to each in-breath of dazzling white light and all the resources it represents, and every out-breath of darkness and smoky-colored light, and all the negativities from which you are freeing yourself. Try and make this visualization as vivid and real and palpable as possible. As we conclude this meditation session, let's keep in our minds and our hearts all those who are suffering in particular at this time, because of the coronavirus, either directly or indirectly. And we'll end with the 4 immeasurables, which are a manifestation, if you like, an explanation of the concepts of love, compassion, joy, and equanimity. May all beings have happiness and the true causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the true causes of suffering. May all beings never be parted from the happiness that is beyond suffering. And may all beings abide in peace and equanimity, their minds free from attachment and aversion, and free from indifference. In your own time, open your eyes, come back to your room wherever you're meditating. I wonder how you're feeling now compared to when you felt at the start of the session. Hopefully you're feeling a lot more relaxed, calm, rested, and better able to deal with whatever faces you during the rest of today or this evening. I hope you found this a useful experience, and please feel free to replay it at any time you wish. If you want more resources, I have quite a few downloads on my website, which is just davidmickey.com. That's MICHIE.com. In the meantime, all the very best. I hope you found this a useful exercise, and if you'd like to share or like it, that'd be great. And we'll see how this goes. I'll be very, very happy to share a new meditation with people a lot more in the future. Thank you very much.